Hello there. It has been a hot minute. Well, a lot of minutes actually since my last YouTube video. I didn't really have much to report on, but I'm in the middle of something, so I thought I would document it. Hopefully it's of interest, and I'm not the only one who watches this back. In the process of preparing for my first gallery exhibition, which is at the end of this month, May, in my local council, Burundara in Hawthorne. It's exciting. And right now today, I'm in the process of deciding which pieces that I will put onto the exhibition. Behind me, I have a whole bunch of post-it notes. And what I'm doing is looking at the backgrounds that I've printed. Understandably, one of the challenges I was presented with in doing this exhibition was, how do I display my work? Because people go into galleries, they see paintings, they see all these physical things, and what I do is, I'm sure you might know, but like poetry, there we go, yeah, poetry, there we go, poetry cards. I just typewrite on these pieces of paper, and there's no color, it's just words, but of course what I do is place them around the place and people find them. So what I do doesn't really belong in a gallery, and I guess that's why I did it that way, because I wasn't a proper quote-unquote artist or have a gallery space accessible. I turned the street into my gallery. So I considered doing what I do on Instagram, which is just posting photos of my pieces stuck up around the place. That way I could actually bring in the textures and the different backgrounds that I stick them on, because that brings a lot of color to my posts. But then I thought, well, then I lose the whole physicality of actually having the piece. And then it dawned on me, why don't I just print some backgrounds? So they are actually printed on vinyl. The gallery people were very, very helpful in helping me come up with that. So I've just printed the backgrounds themselves. They'll go on the walls, and then I can type my pieces and actually physically place them on top. So yeah, I was really happy with that idea coming to light. Of course, I'm also thinking about which pieces to use. So I've been going over them and sticking post-it notes, kind of shuffling them around. I want to match the textures with also the pieces. I'm thinking the theme will be based around the pandemic and the lockdown. A few pieces will explore that, because it was during the lockdown that really brought my work to light, with me being on TV and being in the newspaper and whatnot, which really, I think, catapulted the opportunity for me to be in a gallery, which I think is exciting, and just goes to show that even if you just do your artwork and you're not what you believe to be a real, I don't know if the word professional or anything like that, there's still opportunities to find. And I applied for a community exhibition, so if you're out there and you're thinking about what opportunities there are for you, I think community exhibitions are great, because you don't need to have that history or have been in other exhibitions. This is a great starting point, as I'm finding out. What else? Yeah, it's just really got me reflecting on, I guess, my work as well, and what my themes are. And it's really dawned on me in this process that what I do is talk about just emotions people experience, things everyone kind of understands, things really related to the collective, and I put them in words. I don't really always have the answers. It's more like just capturing the sentiment of it. Sometimes there are, solutions or points of advice or wisdom nuggets, but a lot of it is really just putting things in words in different metaphors and ways that I think people can understand. And so when they read it, they feel at home within those words. What else did I write? Yeah, I I initially did plan to do a book, but that was just working out to be too costly because I wanted the pages to be colour as well, colour print, and so I think this is a really great alternative, so I am super excited, and I'll post the details below. I'm going to get back to this. I'm going to attempt to write some new pieces because that's just something I feel called to do, but I do really also acknowledge that, I have written some great ones before, and the handy analytics on Instagram help me to really point out the ones that really hit home for people. But at the same time, I want to just pick things that I enjoy, because I was having this conversation with a friend the other day who's just put out another album of his and talking about that post slump that comes from creating art and not always having that response that you want. And I think it really is that balance between other people and yourself, but you don't want to completely sell out on yourself and just do what people respond to or what's popular. So it's that fine line, but I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to be in a gallery where people can be off their phones and actually come and give my work the dedicated time. I feel very privileged to have that, because there's a lot of people out there doing amazing things, but the way we all do it is through the online world, which is so murky in its waters. And I know some of my friends as well can often sometimes feel disheartened about that, given how much work we put into making these things. So really looking forward to it, and maybe I will catch you at the gallery.